Hello YouTube, welcome again to the JR Sports Report. This is Week 2 NFL picks. After going 11-5 in Week 1, we'll take a look at the matchups here in Week 2, offer a little insight, and put our picks to the test. Week 2 starts off with the Thursday night matchup between the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills. The Bills didn't look too great on offense. I still don't believe in Tyrod Taylor as a great quarterback. Rex Ryan did have the Bills at 2-0 over the Jets last year and had their number, but this year I see the Jets coming out on top, winning it at home on the road in Buffalo. Starting Sunday, first matchup is the San Francisco 49ers traveling to the Carolina Panthers. Although the Niners did have a 28-0 win on Monday night over the Rams, you're not playing the Rams. You're playing the defending NFC champion and reigning MVP in Cam Newton. Look for the Carolina Panthers to take control on offense and defense and shut down the Niners in an easy home victory. Next, an AFC North battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. RG3 now on injured reserve after another injury, this time to the shoulder. We'll see how his career progresses from here. Injury prone, a lot of that's due to running and not being able to get down. Baltimore didn't look impressive against the Bills in Week 1, but did what they had to do to win. I think the same thing will happen here, as the Baltimore Ravens will take down the Browns at home. Next, we have the Tennessee Titans at Detroit Lions. Detroit won on the road in Indy with Matt Stafford taking control, throwing the ball everywhere. Marcus Mariota looked like a sophomore slump, turning the ball over twice for touchdowns against the Minnesota Vikings. But I believe the ground and pound attack with DeMarco Murray and Derrick Henry can get on track here, and I see the Tennessee Titans coming away with a victory. Next, we have the Kansas City Chiefs traveling to Houston. Kansas City Chiefs had a great comeback victory over the Chargers in Week 1. Houston took care of business at home against the Bears in Week 1 as well. Last year, in the playoffs, the Chiefs beat the Texans 30-0, but this isn't the same Texans offense you have. Now we have Lamar Miller, Brock Osweiler, DeAndre Hopkins looking good, and J.J. Watt running that defense. I'm taking the Texans at home to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. Next, we have Miami traveling to New England in AFC East matchup. Last week, Jimmy G brought home the victory for the Patriots in I picked against him. Love the Patriots, but didn't think Jimmy G could do it in Arizona, but he showed up. Miami controlled the game against Seattle, but lost on a late touchdown. I think the home crowd gets into it. Jimmy G, hopefully having Gronkowski back. Practice today, not 100% healthy. We'll see how that goes. But I say the Patriots taking it at home. Also, a little note, the Patriots have only lost one division home game since 2009, and that was a Week 17 game where Brady and everybody sat against the Bills. Dolphins don't play well up in New England. Alright, next we're going to travel to the Meadowlands where the New Orleans Saints are taking on the New York Giants. The Saints offense looked great under Drew Brees, who put up over 400 passing yards and 4 touchdowns against the Oakland Raiders, but a missed field goal led them to a loss. The New York Giants held on late after Terrence Williams decided to just stay in bounds for I don't know what reason and let the clock expire in a 1-point win for the Giants. This week I see another shootout between two good offenses. Look for Odell Beckham Jr. to have a great day, and the Giants will move on with the victory. Next we have an AFC North matchup as Cincinnati travels to Pittsburgh. These two teams met in the playoffs last year, with Pittsburgh winning on a late field goal after a controversial head-to-head hit by Vontaze Burfict on Antonio Brown. Look for Antonio Brown to seek a little bit of revenge and see if that Steelers offense keeps rolling. I take the Steelers at home against the Bengals. Another NFC East matchup pits the Dallas Cowboys against the Washington Redskins. Dallas looked decent. Dak Prescott was able to keep the offense running. Ezekiel Elliott wasn't too explosive, but did get his touches and got a touchdown. The Redskins looked hapless against that Steelers offense. I think the Redskins will play a little bit better at home, but I see Dallas pulling this one up late. Sunday afternoon, we start with Tampa Bay traveling to Arizona. I don't see Bruce Arians and the Arizona Cardinals losing 2 at home. I know Tampa Bay's offense looks good, but that was against the Falcons. You got a better secondary here with the Cardinals. Palmer and the Cardinals get rolling, and Arizona takes it. Seattle, with an injured Russell Wilson, travel down to LA. Russell Wilson says he's going to play on a hurt ankle. We shall see. Last year, Seattle lost both games to the Rams. The Rams had his number. They get back in the backfield. Aaron Donald on that front line was able to get to Russell Wilson and win both games last year. But the Rams don't look good at all this year. The offense is slow. Are we going to see Jared Goff? Who knows? But I take the better team on the road here, Seattle. All right. Next matchup pits the Indianapolis Colts traveling to Denver to take on the Broncos. The first time we're going to see this game without Peyton Manning playing or being mentioned. Well, he's going to be mentioned. It's Peyton Manning, but the Indianapolis Colts offense looked decent in a shootout against Detroit, but their defense looked terrible. The Broncos defense looked great, keeping Cam Newton in check while the offense did what it had to do. I see the offense playing great against that Colts defense, and I see that defense shutting down Andrew Luck and company. Broncos take it at home. Alright, another afternoon game. We have the Atlanta Falcons traveling across to the Bay to play the Oakland Raiders. The Raiders winning on the road in New Orleans against the Saints on a late 2-point conversion. Derek Carr and that offense looked great. The defense does need to tighten up. Can't be allowing 400 yards passing and 4 touchdowns every game. Atlanta did allow 4 touchdowns against the Buccaneers in a loss at home. I think Derek Carr has another great afternoon, puts up some numbers, and we see the Oakland Raiders take the victory. The last Sunday afternoon game has the Jacksonville Jaguars traveling to San Diego. The injury to Keenan Allen is going to hurt that Chargers offense. He was a focal point of the passing game, and a torn ACL done for the season means Rivers is going to have to rely on Benjamin and Danny Woodhead underneath for some short passes. Don't understand why they got away from the run game after it worked so well against the Chiefs. It ended up being a kind of a heartbreaking loss for San Diego. Jacksonville looked decent against Green Bay. Failed to convert on that last drive, but this is a young, talented team that's only getting better. They could even make a playoff push this year, but I see them taking this win in San Diego. Jacksonville Jaguars. Sunday night game pits the Green Bay Packers in Minnesota against the Vikings. Vikings defense looked great against the Titans, but this isn't the Titans offense. This is Aaron Rodgers, Jordy Nelson, Eddie Lacy, Randall Cobb, and that Packers offense. They're going to come in there ready for a divisional matchup. Without Teddy Bridgewater, I would stack the box, make whoever's going to be back there, possibly Sam Bradford, beat you. But I look for the Packers to win the Sunday night matchup. On Monday night, we have the rookie Carson Wentz heading to Chicago. He looked good in his first game, albeit against the Browns, but he led them to an early touchdown drive, played well, didn't turn the ball over. They're a talented team. He's got weapons he can use. We'll see if the Monday Night Lights are a little much for him, but I have confidence in the kid. I see the Eagles taking it to Chicago. Alright, so those are my Week 2 picks. For more in-depth detail, you can check them out on my sports blog, jrverducci.sportsblog.com. If you have any, comments, questions, put them on here. Find on Twitter at jrverducci or on the sports blog. And again, please subscribe and keep watching the videos. Thank you.